a PT as well as a strength coach. This is for everybody. This is a little bit of core work, a little bit of lower back health. Again, some injury prevention, some ab work, a little spicy abs today every Friday. Subscribe to the channel to join me live. Catch the replay after. Grab my free low back guide. It is on core strength and lower back health. It is free. It is in my bio. It is in every workout caption. So if you need more help with the core work, you need more help with some lower back pain, etc., I'm a PT. I'm going to give you some great tips, breath work, core. Let's get started. Let's start off in standing. So I'm going to start off with a quick little yoga warm up. Again, weights are optional. Modify as needed. I always tell my patients, my clients, my athletes, listen to your body, modify what's working for you. 30 minutes, start off in standing, a little bit of a warm up. On the mat, we've got 3 advanced core moves, a little bit of stretching, and that's it. I'm gonna give you modifications for every single exercise today. A little spicy abs, but we will modify as needed based on your body. It will be challenging. Let's just warm it up. Get the body nice and warmed up. We've got 30 minutes to get it all done. Inhale, reach to the sky, stacking the spine, ears over shoulders. Get some length in your spine. If you're gonna be sitting hunched over a computer or a phone, whatever, for the rest of the day, get some length. Focus on your posture here. Inhale, reach, root your feet into the ground, lengthening through the spine. Start off your Friday with some nice opening up your back. Set up your weekend for success. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your arms all the way down. Easy yoga flow. You don't need to be great at yoga. This is just to get the body warmed up. Hang out here. Knees are nice and soft. Shake it out. Release any tension. We're going to go through this little quick series 3 times, and then we're moving on. Hang out here. Just checking in. How's everything feeling? How's my back? Where am I tight? How am I feeling? Inhale, halfway, lift flat back. This is your hinge, hinging at the hips, bracing with my core, pulling the shoulders back, tuck the chin in. Be active in this hinge position here. Hold it for 1 breath. Open the shoulders. And then bring your hands down, step back into plank. Simple yoga warm-up. You don't need to be a yogi master to do this. Spreading the fingers wide, push away from the mat. Active plank here, not hanging out. Here, 1 breath. And then exhale, knees down, slowly lower elbows close to your sides. Form. I am always nagging people on their form. Don't get injured. We want to get the benefits of this workout. Inhale, little baby cobra. Pull the shoulder blades down your back. Open the chest. This should just feel like nice stretch in the lower back, not pinchy, right? Really nice. A little bit of abs engagement too to help you support that lower back. And then exhale back down. Uncurl your toes, push yourself back, downward facing dog. That is the whole sun salutation, a warm-up. We're gonna go through that 2 more times. Pedal your feet out here. Give your calf and ankles a nice little stretch. Love this little down dog for my runners, my cyclists, my tight calf people, which is almost all of us, right? Pedal those feet, flatten out that upper back. Let's go through this series again. That's it. We're just warming up. Nothing crazy. Don't need to be perfect, right? Walk your hands back to your feet. Roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Really try to move through your whole spine. A lot of you guys got these little sticky spots in your spine. Get all that stuff moving, right? We're gonna be a little block. Get that spine supple. Second round. Round 2, inhale, reach to the sky, crown of the head to the ceiling. Ears over shoulders, lengthen, get tall. Exhale, forward fold. Knees are soft, protect the back, shake it out, release tension. Let it go, whatever's bugging you, let it go. Let it out of your body. Inhale, halfway lift, hip hinge. This is your deadlift, is your hip hinge. Learn it. Hips separate from the spine. This is hinging at the hips. Knees straight, more of a stretch. Hold it here. Abs are on. Chin is tucked. Back is engaged. 1 breath. Hands come down, plank. Again, if you've got sensitive wrists or shoulders, modify your plank, right? This class is for you. If you need to modify, that's cool. Totally fine. I am just your guide. Hold it here for 1 breath. Push away from the mat, strong. Engage shoulders. Don't be saggy in that plank. Active. Make the most out of this. This is a shoulder workout and core. Be awake. Be present. And then exhale, either knees down, or if you want to challenge yourself, a little bit of upper body strength. It's always great to work some upper body when we can. A lot of us runners, cyclists, myself included, we don't get that much upper body in. So your planks, your push-ups, your yoga, that's some calisthenics, some body weight. Way to get stronger. Work that upper body a little bit, right? Push the shoulder blades down out of your ears. So here, right? Pull those shoulder blades down, engaging those big lat muscles. That's what's gonna help to stabilize your lower back and keep that back nice and strong and stable. Last breath. If this feels funky, junky, you can keep it lower, right? This should feel like a nice stretch on that spine. We need extension. A lot of you guys are living with a lot of Punchy flexion. Get some extension, right? Keep it comfortable, but get some movement in that spine. Exhale back down. These are all my little PT tips. Again, a supple spine is a healthy spine. You want strong muscles, we need joints to be supple. Mobility, we all need that, whether you're 10 or whether you're 100. Keep those joints happy. Pedal those feet out. Work those calves, work those ankles. Last time we're finishing up, then we're moving on. Got a lot to cover today. This is just our warm-up. Get things going. Walk your hands back to your feet. Again, articulate through the spine, meaning rolling up one little piece at a time if you can. Some of us, we get these little tight, sticky spots. That's your chance to kind of mobility, right? Working through that spine. Everything needs to be moving. Supple spine. Last time through, reach to the sky. Get tall, get length. Ears over the shoulders here. Exhale, forward fold. Knees are soft. Inhale, halfway lift. My easy sun salutation. Yoga. Again, you don't need to be great at yoga to get some benefit from it, right? We got a little bit of mobility. We got a little bit of upper body, a little bit of core here, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. That's why I like my yoga. All right, exhale, lower. Uncurl your toes, up dog or cobra. Again, not here, here. Active, engage, open the chest. Wake those lats up, those big wings in your back. Exhale back down. Push yourself back down or facing dog. Let's move on. We're moving on today. I'm gonna take us through a little bit of a plank here. So if you need to modify this next little, this is just the end of our warm-up. I just wanna get into the hips and shoulders a little bit more. Please modify as needed. Walk your hands back to your feet, come to the back of your mat, step wide. Let's go to a little bit of an inchworm walking out into plank. Again, sensitive wrists, sensitive shoulders. Change it up, modify, take a break whenever you need to. Step wide, give your hips some space. A lot of you guys with these tight hips, you're narrow with your squat, you're narrow with your stance, and you're like, I can't get lower. Go wide. We're gonna inhale, reach. We're gonna come down here, we're gonna walk it out into plank. That's it. Go the width of your mat if you're not sure. If you've got some tight butt, strong glutes, or tight hips, give your hips some space so that you're not compromising your squat here. In other words, you're not looking like this guy. Widen your stance. Do not be afraid to take up space. I tell that to all my athletes, especially if their squat's looking a little funky, junky. So nice and wide, maybe the width of your mat, maybe wider, I don't know. See what feels right so that when you come up, inhale, and then you exhale back down here, you can kind of get into this deep squat. Maybe not all the way down, but you're not flexed in the back, right? So widen your stance and then walk it out into plank. That's the finish. Walk it back up, inhale. This is just the end of our warm-up. Why? So we can get into the hips, get our heart rate up a little bit, warm up the shoulders. I'm gonna talk us through our core series. Our abs are engaged, back is flat. I'm walking out, finishing in my plank, maybe adding in a push-up at the end if you wanna get a little spicy, a little bit more, add a push-up, maybe just one, right? Nose to the ground. So we have, do these at your own pace. This is just to finish out our warm-up while I'm blabbing about our workouts. We got a workout every class. If you join me on Fridays, we got 3 moves, 3 power moves. We do them in a series, a circuit. They are hard. I will show options. So today we've got some deep oblique work. We've got some lower abdominal work. We're gonna do with our little bit of our hollow body hold and our flutters. We're gonna start off with obliques. And I don't know, what's our middle one? Oh yeah, we're gonna do a little bit more of our foundation core work. So we're gonna have a little bit of our dead bug in the middle. Last time here. All right, if you have a weight, grab them. If you don't, that's okay. We're gonna come into a little bit of our Russian twist. So our first exercise. If you got weights, great. If not, that's okay. Still gonna get some oblique work. Water bottle, you could grab something else. This is my 8 or 10. It's always nice to have some weights at home. Nice to add some weights to your core routine because you're gonna get in some upper body work as well, right? So my Russian twist, I like to start off here, grabbing here, locked into place so that I don't kind of look like this. I'm here, back, my lats are engaged. If you want to challenge your balance, you can lift the legs up as you twist, or you can have the weights. Do not lose that form here. Add some rotation. Let's start in with that first move, Russian twist, one of my favorites. If Russian twists, I will tell a lot of my patients, if Russian twists just kind of seem to bother your back, right? So a lot of people, the sitting without that support, they're like, all I feel is my lower back. Well, you should be feeling your obliques. These abs in the front going across the body. This is a great oblique exercise. If all you feel is your lower back, first check your position. Maybe slow it down. Maybe don't use the weights. Make sure you're not slouching into it a lot. But also, if this is just not a great exercise for you, come onto your back, do some bicycle crunches or some other oblique exercises like your ankle grabs or just reaching up to your legs across the body. So, this is not for everybody. Again, some of these are fairly advanced. Adding weights is always going to add difficulty. Go for some nice rotations. We got 3 rounds of these 3 moves, right? Gonna finish with a little bit of lower back. See what else I can squeeze in at the end of class, but this is our main set today. Settle in. We have a long first round, high reps, endurance, fatigue, abs, 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 abs. Go for some nice rotation here. Meaning I'm not just here. This is not targeting your obliques. Rotate. Nice reason I like this oblique work is it's also an opportunity for those of you guys with a really stiff mid-back, upper back to rotate, move through it. Get some rotation. Every time I do this, I feel like my back's going to go crack, 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 crack in a good way, right? Use this as an opportunity to get more mobility, right? So strength, mobility, you can get it all in one move. So this is our first round. First exercise, obliques. Getting in on those obliques. Second move, we're gonna come down to a little bit of our fundamentals, our dying bug, right? I will show you some options for that dead bug, one of my faves. And then the last move, we're gonna do a little bit of a hold, flutter to finish. So some deep core for that last move. Let's finish these, and we'll come into our dead bugs next. And if you've got weights, I'm gonna give you an option for dead bugs with the weights instead. So finishing off here in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. Number 1 is done on your back. If you've got the weights, I will suggest you just do some legs with your core marches. So my legs is gonna be here, tap. The further away that you're tapping, the more you need to keep that lower back pressed down and the abs engaged even more. So this would be a nice way to start if you have the weights. Further away, more challenge on your core. Now, if you don't have the weights, I want you to turn this into that full dying bug. Did the wrong leg and the wrong arm. So keep that lower back pressed down. So this is the part that's challenging, right here. The move itself is not that challenging. This is the challenging part. Can you maintain that rib cage pressed down? Can you maintain that lower back glued to the freaking floor, right? So if you're doing this, every time you tap and you see this little gap, guess what? That's not right. That's totally wrong. You're putting a lot of strain on your lower back. So that's the number 1 thing that I have to cue to everyone. Control, deep control, lifting your head up will help, right? Don't be a hero if you're trying to do the harder version and your back is lifting. That ain't it. Locked in. It should feel like a deep crunch. If you're doing these correctly, it should look really easy and feel really hard. So if this is feeling super easy, you probably aren't pressing down enough. I'm not kidding when I say there should be not even a millimeter of space right here, this lower back crease. That's how much your rib cage is pressed down. You're locking it in from the front, those abs, those 6-pack abs in the front, pressing down, this deep core pressing down, and the lower back all the way around, it's engaged. So that is your perfect core march and your dead bug. Locked. This is why we work our core. Efficiency, when we're running, we're biking, you can see how the arms are moving, and this ain't moving. This is stable. Let's keep my back supported, stable, my trunk efficient and strong. So let's do a few more here. Focus on, this is one of those moves that's more about form, right? The other ones are just a little bit harder. It's more about like using your brain, just thinking about what am I trying to do here? This is the stability work. This is how I build a really resilient core, not just my 6-pack abs, right? It's more about that stability. 3 more, 2 more. Last one. All right, hollow body hold. We're gonna add on to it, make it a little bit of spice. So you're gonna hold, 20-second hold, kick, 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 flip it over, kick, 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 kick. Got 3 parts to this. 20 seconds hold, 5 count kick, flip it over, 5 count kick, right? So a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I'm gonna count you down for that 20-second hold. Get ready. In 3, in 2, and 1. Lift and hold 20 seconds. Lower back is pressed down. And then at the end of this 20, you're gonna kick for 5 count. Arms and legs are gonna kick. Get ready. In 3, in 2, and 1. Kick. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn it over. Same thing. Arms and legs kick for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Done. Sit back up. Round 2, Russian twist. I gotta grab my weights. Grab those weights, back into it, back at it, sitting up, engaged, locked in. Round 2. So we got a little bit of everything today. We got a little bit of lower back, we got a little bit of obliques, we got a little bit of that deep core, a little bit of stability work, a little bit of mobility. So again, with your core, mixing and matching, you don't need to get crazy with your exercises. I do a lot of these moves almost every week, refine them, perfect them, make them challenging, add more weights, add some speed. You've got a lot of things that you can do to add difficulty to a lot of these moves without getting crazy with it. You don't need to be jumping off of a Bosu ball or whatever to get good core work. Hit the targets, obliques, abdominals, rectus abdominis, lower back, glutes, diaphragm, breath work, right? Getting a couple of these basics in, some holds, static hold like we finished with that hollow hold, and then a little bit of dynamic stuff like this, right? You want that full, well-rounded core strength and stability. That's our next move, stability. So let's finish these. Nice little twist, get that nice rotation. Round 2. We've only got 1 more round after this. Nice rotation of the spine. Obliques engage, they drive power across the body. Across, across, across. In 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. Last one there. Let's get into that dying bug, that dead bug, or that core march locked in here. Boom, here, tight, abs connected, whichever version you're doing. Again, if you just want to stick with the legs and just challenge yourself by tapping further away, that's okay, right? There's value in all of these variations, right? So just adding the weights is going to add a different effect versus adding the arms and the legs. So you can kind of decide what you want to focus on. Again, whichever one you're doing, hone in on your form. If you're doing this one and your back is lifting and arching and your deep core is not connecting, your rib cage is not pressed down, that is a waste of your time. You are not doing the move correctly and you're putting more stress on your lower back. So hone in on this one, on form. Hone in on all of them on form, but this one especially, think about, what am I trying to achieve here? I'm trying to connect. Here, locked in, tight, solid, deep core. Connecting that top of that rib cage to the upper part of that pelvis. Last few here. Then we do that hold, 20 seconds, kick for 5, right? A little bit of this, a little bit of that. We've got our last round. Last 2. Let's do 2 more, each side. Tap, tap, a little bit of speed. Last one, good. Hollow hold, 20 seconds. Again, you're gonna initiate that by pressing the lower back down on your exhale. This is stuck to the floor. So let's start that off in 3. Get ready, 2. Last one. Lift and hold, 20 seconds. Legs higher is easier for that hold. Almost done. 10 seconds. And then we're going to kick it out in 5, in 4, 3, 2, keep holding, kick, 5, 4, keep kicking, 3, 2, these are hard, 1, flip it over, same thing, flutter, kick, for 5, engage that whole back side of your body, that posterior chain, 4, 3, 2, and 1, last time. Last time, last round, let's do it, let's go. Just as good as our first round, locked in, boom, right? Here, boom, rotate, finishing up strong. Last round, let's get it going, it's Friday. Set ourselves up for the weekend, nice stability, nice core activation. We got some good work done, got some mobility. We're gonna finish with a little bit of stretching after this. Get everything feeling really nice, really supple. Ready for the weekend. Let's do it. Last round. Again, I always suggest to have some weights at home just to add in even if you have a gym, right? Get some stuff at home for your core work, maybe a little bit of upper body work, maybe just a little bit of supplemental strength work. Grab my lower back guide, low back health and core. It is free. Give you more tips, a done-for-you program, super simple, 10 minutes, grab it. It's free. Or my fat loss guide, got lots of guides out there for you, give you all these tips, all these nutrition tips, all these strength tips, all these core tips. It's free. Last few. Almost done, in 4, in 3, in 2, and 1. I'm gonna just do my basic dead bugs here. Not even gonna use my weights. Just feel like keeping it simple, keeping it old school. Exhale, press the lower back down. Always add that exhale to start locking way up, right? Form, stability, core, control, deep control. This helps you with life. It's not just our sport, it's picking up things off the floor, picking up your kids, running around, getting out of chairs, whatever. We want this activated. We want just to have this on in our brain. Understand how to keep this control, alignment, posture, stability, deep core strength, keeping our spine healthy, protecting us. This is the time when we think about that work, maintaining the strength as we get older, as we add sports, challenging sports, activities, whatever, do the work here, right? Last few. Does not take a lot of core work to get results. Just be efficient, be smart, and be paying attention to what you're doing and your why, right? Last few. We've got our hollow body hold and our kicks and our flutters, and then we're stretching, and that is it for today. In 3, tap, in 2, tap, one more. All right, last one, ready? In 5, 4, 3, 2, hollow hold, 20 seconds, locked in, rib cage is down, lower back is glued to the floor, glued to the floor. 10 seconds. And we got that little kick, and then we're gonna stay face down to finish out. Kick it out for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Flip it over. Stay on your belly after this. Kick it out for 5, 4. Activate that whole posterior chain, everything on the back side of your body. 3, 2, kick, 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 kick. And 1, relax. Let's slow it down. Let's go straight into a little bit of lower back strength activation. Opposite arm and leg. We're just gonna slowly bring opposite arm and leg up. Tuck the chin in. Tuck the tailbone under and then lower. Let's just finish with some of this lower back strength. Really easy. Think about lengthening reaching to opposite ends of the room and lower. Just getting that whole backside of the body awake. A lot of us are sitting over desks, computers, cars, our phones. We're hunched over a lot of stuff. Wake up all the muscles on the backside of your body. Pull you out of that. Activate. Even better, you go to the gym and you do some more back strengthening. This is, I wouldn't even almost call this strengthening. This is just some activation. Wake it up. Lift. I'm lifting. I'm reaching. I'm trying to engage all the muscles on the backside. My shoulders, my upper back, my mid back, my lower back, my glutes, my calf. My abs are on. I'm not pinching my lower back. Abs are a little bit engaged. And I'm just activating all those muscles on the back side of the body. Let's do a last few. And then we're going to stretch it out. And that's it for today. Join me every week. Subscribe to the channel to get notifications of live class. Last two here. We'll get into a nice little easy child's pose and stretch and be done with class. Sit back into child's pose. Knees nice and wide. Again, remember that warm up I said, give your hips some space, guys. Right? Keep the lower back and the hips nice and supple and happy. Stretching it out. Easy child's pose. Slow down the breath. Reset your nervous system. Inhale through the nose. Exhale it all the way out through the mouth. Child's pose should just kind of feel really nice on the lower back and the hips. If this doesn't feel great to you, that is okay. Come onto your back and just hug your knees into your chest. We're going to be there in just a second. Again, modify based on your body. Don't go to a class and just do what they're doing if it's not feeling right to you. I always tell my patients that. Listen to your body. Modify for you. I'm just the guide. You need to listen to your body and really just see what's feeling right for you, because we're all built differently, and that is okay, right? Especially if you've got some sensitivity in that lower back. Be nice to your back. Hug the knees into the chest. Rock the knees side to side. Releasing tension. Just noticing if you feel any tension anywhere, let it go. Let's focus on the breath, right? Your diaphragm, the breath is a part of your core. Let's use it. Inhale through the nose. And exhale it out through the mouth. Let that left leg extend long. Shake it out. Roll the ankles and the toes around. Get some nice mobility in the ankles and the feet. You need those to be healthy as well. Move those toes. Move those ankles around. Slowing down the breath. Inhale through the nose. And then exhale it out through the mouth. Rolling the hips around. Just seeing how the hips are feeling. Just easy, easy stretch. Just finishing off with a little bit of mobility. Anything else that feels nice to you, now's your chance to add that in. And then bring that knee across your body, left hand grabbing the outside of that right knee. Grab across. Find that angle that feels right to you. So maybe it's here, maybe it's here, maybe it's here, maybe it's more rotated. Open that left arm out, giving a nice stretch to the chest, rib cage, nice across the body, some rotational movement here, right? Again, spine needs to be supple. Opening up the rib cage, everything. Breathe into that right side. Inhale through the nose. Expand the rib cage. Exhale it out. Sink deeper. And just breathe. One more breath here. Come back to center, figure four. We are almost done. Let's finish out this side, then we'll take the other side. You can keep it here. You can reach through for thread the needle. Whatever. Roll the shoulders out. Releasing tension. Let it go. Should feel like a nice hip opener on that right hip, right outer hip. One more breath here, then we'll hit that other side, and then we are done with class for today. Unwrap that right leg, shake it out. Hug that left knee into your chest, give it a good squeeze. Roll the ankles, roll the toes, roll the hip around. Same thing, other side. Just noticing what you're feeling on this side. How's it feeling? And then bring that knee across your body. Same thing. Reaching across. Find that angle that just feels like a good stretch for you. Here, here, here. Where it feels right? We're all built differently. So this may look different on you. That is okay. Head goes wherever it feels comfortable. Finishing out on the left side, slow down the breath. Reset the nervous system, relax, breathe, inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Figure 4 stretch. Hip opener, reaching through for thread the needle, whatever feels right to you. Roll the shoulders. We are almost done with class. We're going to just finish in seated with our last little breath, posture, reminder, and that is it for class for today. Finishing out our class. Again, modify as needed. Anything else that feels nice to you now is your chance. Stretch it out. Last breath here. And then when you're ready, unwrap that left leg, windshield wiper the knees side to side, nice and easy. Rolling onto your side. Prop yourself up into seated. You don't need to sit cross-legged. Sit however you want. Let's finish with that breath that we started off class with. Just a posture reminder. Thinking about alignment. It's not about being perfect. It's just about alignment, right? Ears over shoulders is my main cue. Here. Tucking that chin in for a lot of you guys. Your other cue. Inhale, reach to the sky. Get some length in your spine. Exhale it out. One more time, ears over shoulders, tucking the chin, crown of the head to the ceiling, lengthening through the spine. Inhale. And then exhale it out. That is it for today. Thank you guys for coming. I hope you got something good out of class. Take care of your bodies. Grab my lower back guide if you need more help. I will see you next time. Take it easy.